For her statement, I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we wish to thank the Special Representative of the Secretary General, Madam Bintou Keita, for her report. It is with great alarm that we have learned about the missing MONUSCO helicopter. We support the activities of peacekeepers in the country. It is with alarm that we note that problems in the area of security have escalated in east and northeast areas of the DRC, specifically in Ituri and North Kivu provinces. There, since May of 2021, a state of siege has been in effect, and as of November 2021, a joint military operation has been carried out with the armed units of the DRC and Uganda. We welcome efforts to counter the militias. However, it behooves us to note that the Congolese armed forces, alongside their regional partners and MONUSCO peacekeepers, have not yet managed to fundamentally curb the capacity of the numerous militias proliferating in the area. We note the stepped-up activities of a number of armed groups, first and foremost the Allied Democratic Forces. It was with alarm that we have learned of late that Codeco activity has increased on 1 February following this militia attack in Ituri. More than 50 people died, including women and children. The Russian Federation supported the adoption of a Security Council press statement on 4 February to condemn this heinous act. In the first few months of this year, attacks targeting civilians were repeatedly carried out. We are particularly troubled by attacks targeting IDP camps and the use by armed groups of improvised explosive devices. We believe that in order to successfully vanquish the fighters, there's a need to further step up coordination between the peacekeepers and Congolese security forces, as well as to facilitate capacity building for the latter, the Congolese security forces. We welcome the creation in October of 2021 of a center to coordinate operations of MONUSCO and the Congolese army. We also welcome the establishment of tripartite cooperation with the participation of Ugandan military personnel. We support the reinforcement of MONUSCO's Force Intervention Brigade. We believe it is important in the implementation of what was signed on 15 September of 2021 between the authorities of the DRC and the leadership of DRC, the Joint Transition Plan for mission drawdown and for its withdrawal from the country in 2024. At the same time, while this is being implemented, there's an important need to account for the situation and developments on the ground and to operate in a phased and responsible way. There is a persistent acute problem of the fighters illicitly exploiting natural resources, and these are used by them in funding operations and building up military capabilities. We hope that the government of the DRC, alongside UN peacekeepers and international partners, will manage to restore control over the security situation and to normalize the situation. There's an important need to implement military measures to implement non-military measures to strengthen local institutions of state governance, to alleviate the humanitarian situation, and to provide conditions for sustained socioeconomic development. The priority in making headway for long-term resolution and reconciliation in DRC is, with assistance Blue Helmets, the implementation of DDR programs and social reintegration of former combatants. A key pillar for politics in DRC over the near term is presidential elections. There's an important need for them to be carried out in line with the timetable set out under the Constitution and to ensure that they be inclusive and in line with international election standards. We welcome efforts of the authorities in preparing for the organization of elections. We note the progress in seeking to achieve a stabilization of the situation in the Great Lakes region. We note the progress in bilateral dialogue of regional stakeholders, first and foremost vis-à-vis security issues, reinforcement of national borders, and combating illicit trafficking in SALW, small arms and light weapons. We welcome the efforts of the leaders of the states in the region, the SADC and the ICGLR. We believe it is important that in February another meeting is to be held of heads of state and government for the implementation mechanism of the Addis Ababa Agreement on Peace and Cooperation in the DRC. Thank you for your attention.
أشكر ممثلة الاتحاد الروسي لبيان